Hey, Dr. Bob here with a question for you. Do you like the taste of fat? Chances are you answered yes, like the majority of your counterparts. So where does our liking for the taste of fat come from? At a very early age, our brain undergoes a lot of development. We have those neurons that we talked about earlier, and part of that neuron is an axon. And axons are coated with myelin sheaths, and those myelin sheaths are composed of about 70 to 85% lipids or fats. And without fat in our diet at a very early age, our brains just don't develop the way they should. And so we're programmed from a very early age to like fat. So how does fat relate to flavor? From a chemistry standpoint, is it allows most of the flavor components to slowly release when we put it into our mouth. Therefore, it enhances the flavor perception over time. When we remove fat from food products, we greatly increase the rate at which flavors get released. In short, flavor comes rushing out, and it's no longer the perception that we are used to. Therefore, we have to understand the chemistry of fats and their influence on how flavor is perceived. Over the past 25 years, food scientists have been formulating fats out of the foods we eat. This is great for health and wellness, but it plays a huge role in flavor perception and how flavors are perceived. Let's go through an example where we change the concentration of fat in a beverage and see how it influences the flavor perception. Let's take chocolate milk. We can make chocolate milk with skim milk, whole milk, and even half and half. And what we've done there is we've changed the fat concentration of the milk. Well, what does this do to the flavor perception? Skim milk has a very intense upfront chocolate flavor. As we go up in fat content to whole milk, we see that the flavor intensity goes down and flavor has a longer duration. And then if we go to half and half, the flavor is almost masked. It's hard to even perceive, and it has a very long duration on the palate. So why does this matter? Well, if we look at everything we've learned so far, we understand that our drivers of liking, why we like certain foods and why we don't, is built in at a very early age. And so if we change things like fat in food, the flavor perception is going to be different, and we may not like that new product that is low in fat. So scientists are working on strategies to develop products that can mimic the partitioning of flavor so that it represents or reproduces what fat would do without having the fat in the food product. As you can see, if we continue to remove fats from foods, we're going to need to understand the impact that it has on flavor perception.